Hi, I'm John Bilo.
I'm Davies.
I'm Martin Schlenker, and this is our social media plan for Umpires Media.
We're creating a social media marketing plan for is Umpires Media located in Toronto. Umpires Media is a provider of rules explanations to umpires, players, and fans. Their mission is to become the #1 provider of these explanations to their target market, being umpires, coaches, players, and the fans. And right now, baseball is their first target that they're going for. They would also like to expand into other sports. Right now, their revenue streams is the mobile application itself, which is offered in the iTunes App Store. Also, content licensing agreements and advertising and sponsorship sales. Right now, the current state is they are first mover status. They offer superior quality and instant access. They also offer the complete rule set in baseball. They are the first and only company to provide instant access, rich media rule explanations on demand, which is through their mobile application, which they offer in iPhone and iPad forms. It is the first application created and released in the iTunes App Store. The first 10% of the baseball rulebook is produced in high definition video, which is also a way to provide rules explanations to their target market, being the fans, umpires, coaches, and players that they're trying to connect with. Some social media objectives that we thought could benefit the company and that the company already provides. For sites, right now Umpires Media is on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest. For our social media expansion, we'd like to also expand to Google+. We feel this Google+ has many users and it's growing in the social media market, and we feel that it's necessary for us to implement ourselves into that market. Right now, distribution channels, it is only offered on the iTunes App Store because right now it is a little too expensive and vast to get into any other markets, being the Android market and the Windows market. So right now we would stay in the iTunes App Store, the Apple Store as it is. Some SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-oriented. So right now what we offered, a goal for us would be 1 million downloads by November 2014, which would be the World Series. Also, a 4.5 star rating for the application. Basically, we wanted to set our sights high that when users rate the app, they would rate at least a 4.5 star rating, and that means that they're getting, the benefits that we would like them to receive. They're getting that through the app. Also, just website hits. We'd like to gain about 1 million website hits, just like the downloads, by November. We feel this, by getting website hits, we're getting people wanting to learn more about the app and learn more what Umpires Media can do. Also, just tracking in-game use. A big thing with Umpires Media is using the application at baseball games and, getting rules in real time. So we want to track the use. By doing that, we can track the downloads, when they're downloaded, and things like that. But in-game use is big for us, and tracking that when people are using the app as opposed to just basic downloads. The last thing goes with the expansion side of it. Their vision statement is all rules, all sports, and global. Basically, they would like to expand to all rules and all sports on a global level, being that all the major sports offer rules. This is obviously a vast expansion, something that would take many years to accumulate those rules and gain a fan base, but that's basically using social media sites like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and things like that. You're going to reach a global scale, and that's definitely a way to do that is by really pinpointing those social media sites.
We did a situational analysis to figure out some of our strengths that we have in the market. We are a first mover, and that we're the first application to offer rules explanations to fans everywhere. We offer superior quality in that our app is easy to use for all ages and all levels of experience with applications. We have instant access to our app in that you can download it instantly, easily from the App Store, and you can use it at any time, whether it's while you're watching a game or while you're at home. It can be used just about at any time and in any place. the current culture at baseball games is baseball is a very slow game, so you have a lot of time in between plays and things to just kind of look at the app, and we try to capitalize off that by allowing people to use an app to access information that they might want to know when there isn't anything going on in the game. So because it's a slow game, people might wonder about certain things, might want to access certain information, and they're able to do so by using this app. It's a low price and with easy access points in that this app is free to download. There's maybe an app that we're going to have that's going to be 99 cents, but nevertheless it's going to be a very low price to gain access to this app, and it will be very easy for anybody to access this app regardless of discretionary income. It's a simple, easy to use interface. Going back to the superior quality, one of the advantages of the quality of our app is that any age group or experience with sports could use this app. You know, anyone, because of its accessibility, it's very easy to navigate the app. There's not too much information right in front of your face right when you download the app, and so anyone can pretty much just search for the information they're looking for. They might be able to hear something on the intercom at a baseball game, simply type in that word and they'll have easily understandable information right at their fingertips. We did an analysis of our customer segmentation, and our target market is going to be mostly individuals 18 to 34 years old. They could be male or female, and they're going to be either a serious sports fan or maybe in a household that includes other sports fans. It would pertain to players, umpires, and coaches, as well as in addition to the sports fans that we're targeting. Although many of the sports fans will be male, a lot of times their wife or girlfriend will be watching sports games with them, and they might not know all the rules that their husband or boyfriend knows. So they're going to want to look up those rules when those rules arise during a game. And without this app, that might be kind of hard because you know, they might not know what to search for, or they just might not have that information on the rules of the game right at their fingertips. But with this app, say a wife of a serious baseball fan is watching a baseball game with her husband, and there's a ruling that comes up in the game. Say it's a pitching infraction, and she has no idea what that is. She can just look that up, type in the keyword that she heard the announcer say, type that into the app, and she'll have plenty of information, easily readable information, right at her fingertips by using the app. So when we look at our positioning, we have a big strength in that it's instant access, in that anyone can download it with the click of a button, and that also we're a first mover in that we have a unique position where we offer an app that is kind of something that no one else has come out with yet, something that allows people to access rules for sports and access this information at all times. The quality is going to be very good, obviously, you know, given that it's easy to use, easily accessible, and again, we're going to be possibly even extending this customer base a little bit, which we'll explain a little bit later in the presentation. But again, this is our target customer base, and this is kind of the way that we're going to target them with our positioning.
Okay, since we have laid out the background for everything for Umpires Media, now we moved into our particular marketing strategy on how we plan on building Umpires Media to a prominent app and force in the industry. To start out with, we'd like to develop and make the app available in the Mac App Store, so you could have it available on your computer. So you could be on your computer doing the app while watching the game right at home. We think this would be a big way. A lot of baseball fans watch baseball games from home. You know, whether it be men or women, they could have it up on their computer and be typing things in and being able to understand the game as it's being played on their TV. And moving forward with that, we'd like to also target the people that actually are at the games. In saying that, we thought of the idea of having a possible trivia game similar to that within the app for during the seventh inning stretch, and we'd make this a possible reason to download the app right then and there at the game. So if they could access this trivia game through the app and make that possible, we think that would be a huge marketing strategy and really hit home on how to get all the downloads, and we would get downloads right then and there at the game. We think this would be great, and then we would just promote this game during the game previously, possibly in like the second or fourth innings, along with adding billboards to all the venues. In reaching high schools and universities, we thought about, the players and the umpires and the coaches, reaching out to them, reaching out to actual athletic directors, and possibly maybe even in universities making the app available to all their students and all their players for free would be an awesome way, and having all of their players being able to understand all the rules of the game is a huge benefit for any age group, whether it be in high school or college. We think this would be a huge learning tool that we could promote also in addition to the game. We would also like to place billboards at all the participating venues that partake in the seventh inning stretch game, any university that or high school that would possibly want to incorporate our app into their program. We think this would be a huge positive note in getting the word out about the app. Also, in addition to this, we'd like to place billboards in areas with big baseball cities, even if the venue doesn't partake in the game or any promotional strategies that we'd like to use. We'd like to at least put it in around the stadium to get the word out about any possible baseball fans that would like this app. Moving forward, we wanted to start out with possibly some smaller, low-profile teams, possibly because of budgeting and not having the large amount of money to be able to move toward the Derek Jeters yet. But we'd like to approach the low-profile teams and the low-profile athletes that might be more well-known, and possibly incorporate them in some promotional strategies, possibly some endorsements. Once moving forward, then we would like to reach out to a possible like Derek Jeter or Albert Pujols to maybe really hit home on this app once we have the budget in order to do that. We think this would really get the name out for us and get the word out for possible promotional strategies. From then on, as Martin discussed earlier, we want to push towards females and wives. We understand that a lot of wives and girlfriends and any females want to watch the game with their husband, significant other, or whatever, and they don't necessarily want to bug them about rules. So we figure we promote toward them, and they can just if they don't understand something going on in the game or the TV, they can pull out their phone and ask the phone instead of bugging their husband, and it'd be a great experience overall for the female and the male in the relationship there. Lastly, we would like to keep the app free of charge, but have in-app features that you can use as an additional price for 99 cents or whatever the price may be. We thought possibly the trivia game at the seventh inning stretch could be an additional 99 cents, for everyone that wants to play. And then you possibly could even then have a sweepstakes for if one person that gets it right wins a free t-shirt. Or at bigger venues, you could have someone wins a signed jersey. We think this would be a great way, a lot of people be sitting there, 99 cents, I'd do that for a possible, tickets to another game. If you have a good majority of the people in the stadium do that, you'd make a ton of extra income. We think this would be a huge promotional strategy for us and possible increasing the income dramatically. Since we have developed this strategy and have done all the research on Umpires Media, we also thought there was some ideas that we came up with that we could possibly improve the app. However, we're not sure the technical details and be able to make this happen, but we thought we'd at least present them to you anyway. We thought, possible live in-game rules for all primetime games. We thought if there'd be a way to track every ruling in a baseball game, whatever it may be, and it be able to be clickable, and then you could literally possibly see a video of that ruling as the game's actually happening, or what a detailed description of what just happened in the game. We thought that would be huge. We not quite sure the staffing requirements for that would be, but we think it would be a huge thing and it would really catch on for people to just be keeping up with the game right in their pocket. Also, we like to gradually expand to other major sports. We think this has phenomenal potential in many other sports, especially because there's so many rulings that a lot of people disagree with, don't understand, etc. We think this would be great across all sports and definitely is something to look into. We also spoke about possibly making a game to making, for football especially, any rulings, you could make the ruling yourself and see if you're right as the game's actually happening. This is going along with the live in-game rules and games. This would be huge and would really catch on if it would be possible. That's all the information we have for you today. We just hope all the information we've given you and our ideas will possibly take Umpires Media to the next level.